Today, we're going to dive into the 2025 annual review from the Dance Artworks Gallery, and it has this fascinating take on why the very human art of dance is and remains the ultimate challenge for AI video. So if you're a collector, a designer, or really just anyone who loves movement, this is for you.
This right here, this is the core idea of our whole explainer. It's a powerful statement, right? AI video is getting unbelievably good, unbelievably fast. But dance, with its raw physicality, is where the cracks in the simulation really start to show.
All right, so to really get why this is such a challenge, we have to give credit where credit is due. And 2025, wow, it was a massive year for AI video.
I mean, we saw OpenAI's Sora open up to more people. Luma got incredibly good at restyling video that already exists, and Runway just kept pushing for more and more user control. The result? These tools are now fantastic at creating visuals with loose, kind of forgiving motion. You know, think of a flag waving in the breeze, or water flowing. But here's the thing, dance is the exact opposite of that. It's built on precision, on intention, on strict physical logic. And that is where the gap is.
So what is it about dance that makes it so hard for an algorithm to get right? Well, it all comes down to what the source calls embodied truth. And that's just a way of saying the fundamental lived-in experience of having a physical body, something an AI, just doesn't have. So, the first problem is what they call transition integrity. Think about it. A real dancer's movement is this fluid journey. It's not just hitting a series of poses. AI, though, it tends to see the key poses, but it completely misses that connective tissue in between. The movement just snaps from one shape to the next, and you lose the entire soul of the motion right there.
And then you've got the huge problem of gravity. A human dancer has weight. When they land the jump, their body absorbs the impact. Their feet react to the floor. AI often creates this smooth but totally impossible floating quality. Our eyes pick up on that weightlessness almost instantly, and boom, the illusion is shattered.
I just love this quote from the review. For a dancer, gravity is a partner you work with and against. For the AI models we have today, it's often just an inconvenient detail that gets ignored or, smoothed over.
And believe me, the devil is absolutely in the details here. Partnering, that's a whole other level of complex physics when you have two bodies interacting. It's a massive challenge. AI is also notorious for getting hands and feet wrong. They just lose definition, and it totally misses the purely human stuff, the rhythm of breath, the tiny tremor of a muscle holding a difficult pose.
Okay, so now that we know these weaknesses, how can you train your own eye to spot a synthetic dance video? The review actually gives us a little field guide, and it's all about spotting the subtle signals of a simulation.
The first signal is all about the texture. Real photography, captured through a real lens, has natural imperfections. A little lens flare, some grain, the actual texture of skin. AI visuals often have this unnaturally clean, kind of over-polished quality. It's a rendered gloss that just feels different from something captured in the real world. Signal number 2 is something they call anatomical drift. This one's a bit wild. If you watch an AI video for a few seconds, you might notice that key relationships in the body, like, say, the distance between the hips and the rib cage, will subtly drift apart and then snap back. It breaks the body's internal logic in a way a real skeleton just can't.
And honestly, one of the biggest, most instant giveaways is how other materials behave. Real fabric has weight, it has drape. Real hair tangles. Synthetic visuals often get this totally wrong, with materials that move way too perfectly without any of the natural resistance you'd expect. It can be an instant tell.
So what on earth does all this mean for the art market? Well, looking ahead to 2026, the prediction is a really clear split, a bifurcation in how these images are going to be used and, more importantly, valued.
You can really see the two different lanes emerging here. On one side, AI visuals will be invaluable for quick ideation, for making mood boards, for social media. But on the other side, authentic, human-made photography is set to see a huge surge in premium value, especially for serious collectors and high-end interiors, for one simple reason: its story and its credibility can be verified.
And this brings us right to the heart of the matter for anyone buying or specifying art right now. In a world that's about to be flooded with beautiful, synthetic images, genuine authenticity becomes the new scarcity.
You see, the market's very definition of value is shifting under our feet. It's not just about a beautiful image anymore, because an algorithm can spit those out endlessly.
True value, premium value, now lies in a credible, embodied image, one that has a real story and real traceable human authorship behind it.
So, to help with this, the gallery put together this fantastic little checklist for assessing authenticity. You have to ask these questions. Does the anatomy hold up? Are the hands and feet believable in motion? Do the fabrics and hair obey the laws of physics? And maybe most importantly, is there verifiable attribution? Can you trace this image back to a real artist and a real moment in time? These are the questions defining premium value now.
Which leaves all of us with a pretty powerful question for the future, doesn't it? In an age where a beautiful image is cheap and easy to make, our standard for what we call true artistry is being forced to evolve. It's putting an even bigger spotlight on the human story, the skill, and the soul behind the work. If this got you thinking, I really recommend reading the full annual review over on the Dance Artworks Gallery website. It goes into so much more detail.
And of course, you can see exactly what we're talking about by exploring their curated collection of authentic, human-made photography at Frames of Motion. Thanks so much for tuning in.